Let us delve deeper into the captivating saga of Roberto Carlos da Silva Rocha, a name that echoes through the corridors of footballing greatness like a symphony of skill and determination. Born 10th of April, 1973, often known as Roberto Carlos, and sometimes as RC3, is a Brazilian former professional footballer. He has been described as the most offensive-minded left-back in the history of the game, and one of the greatest fullbacks in history. In 1997, he was runner-up in the FIFA World Player of the Year. He is primarily known for his long career at Real Madrid and ever-presence in the Brazilian national team. He started his career in Brazil as a forward, but spent most of his career as a left-back. At club level, Roberto Carlos joined Real Madrid from Inter Milan in 1996 to spend 11 highly successful seasons, playing 584 matches in all competitions and scoring 71 goals. At Real, he won 4 La Liga titles and the UEFA Champions League 3 times. In April 2013, Marca named him in their best 4 in 11 in Real Madrid's history. He is one of the few players to have made over 1,100 professional career appearances at club and international level. At the tender age of 12, Roberto Carlos found himself working at a textile factory, a stark reminder of the challenges that often accompany dreams of greatness. Yet, even amidst the toil and hardship, his passion for football burned brightly, serving as a beacon of hope in the midst of adversity. With each passing day, Roberto's talent continued to blossom, catching the attention of local scouts who recognized his potential and urged him to pursue his dreams with unwavering resolve. And so, Roberto embarked on a journey that would take him from the sun-drenched streets of Garça to the grandeur of footballing arenas around the world. Roberto Carlos began his professional career playing for União São João, a football club based in Araras, in the state of São Paulo. In 1992, despite playing at what was seen as a lesser club and only being 19 years old, he was called up for the Brazil national team. In August 1992, aged 19, he joined Atlético Mineiro on loan and went on the club's tour of Europe. In 1993, Roberto Carlos joined Palmeiras, where he played for 2 seasons, winning 2 consecutive Brazilian league titles. After almost signing for Aston Villa side in 1995, Roberto Carlos chose a move to Inter Milan in the Serie A, playing 1 season for the Nerazzurri. He scored a 30-yard free kick on his debut in a 1-0 win over Vicenza, but his season at Inter was unsuccessful, with the club finishing 7th in Serie A. In an interview with 442 in a May 2005 issue, Roberto Carlos said that the then coach of Inter, Roy Hodgson, wanted him to play as a winger, but Roberto Carlos wanted to play as a left-back. Roberto Carlos spoke to Inter owner Massimo Moratti to see if he could sort things out, and it soon became clear that the only solution was to leave. Roberto Carlos joined Real Madrid in the year 1996 close season. When newly appointed manager Fabio Capello learned that Roberto Carlos had become transferable, he could barely believe it, and he asked chairman Lorenzo Sanz to travel to Milan immediately. An agreement was reached 24 hours later. Roberto Carlos was given the number 3 shirt and held the position as the team's first-choice left-back from the 1996-97 season until the 2006-2007 season. During his 11 seasons with Madrid, he appeared in 584 matches in all competitions, scoring 71 goals. He is Real Madrid's most capped foreign-born player in La Liga, with 370 appearances, after breaking the previous record of 329 held by Alfredo Di Stefano in January 2006. During his Real Madrid career, Roberto Carlos was, alongside Milan and Italy legend Paolo Maldini, considered the greatest left-back in the world. As a high-profile player and one of the most influential members of the team, Roberto Carlos was considered one of Madrid's Galacticos, which included Zinedine Zidane, Luis Figo, Ronaldo, and David Beckham, during Florentino Perez's first tenure as club president. He won 4 La Liga titles with Madrid and played in the 1998, 2000, and 2002 UEFA Champions League finals, assisting Zinedine Zidane's winning goal in 2002, considered one of the greatest goals in Champions League history. Roberto Carlos was named as Club Defender of the Year and included in the UEFA Team of the Year in 2002 and 2003. In the later part of his Real Madrid career, Roberto Carlos was named as one of the club's 3 captains, alongside Raúl and Guti. Renowned for getting forward from his left-back position and scoring spectacular goals, in February 1998, he scored arguably his most memorable goal for Real Madrid, with a bending volley struck with the outside of his left foot from near the sideline in a Copa del Rey match against Tenerife, in what was described as an impossible goal. On the final day of the 2002-2003 season, with Madrid needing to beat Athletic Bilbao to overtake Real Sociedad and win their 29th La Liga title, Roberto Carlos scored from a free kick in the second minute of first-half stoppage time to put Los Blancos 2-1 ahead. The team eventually ran out 3-1 winner to wrap up the title. On 6 December 2003, Roberto Carlos scored the opening goal for Madrid as they beat Barcelona in El Clásico at Camp Nou for the first time in a La Liga match in 20 years. In March 2007, in the second leg of the Champions League round of 16 against Bayern Munich, Roberto Carlos failed to control the back pass when Madrid kicked off, allowing Bayern's Hassan Salihamidzic to steal the ball and feed to Roy Mackay, who scored the quickest goal in Champions League history at 10.12 seconds. Roberto Carlos bore the brunt of criticism for that mistake, which led to the team's elimination from the Champions League, and on 9 March 2007, he announced he would leave Real Madrid upon the expiration of his contract at the end of the 2006-2007 season. His final goal for Real Madrid was a stoppage-time winner against Recreativo de Huelva, with 3 games remaining in the 2006-2007 La Liga season. The goal proved to be crucial to Real Madrid winning its 30th league title, as they eventually finished level on points with Barcelona, becoming champions via the head-to-head rule. Madrid clinched La Liga in Roberto Carlos's final match, a 3-1 win over Mallorca at the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium. On 19 June 2007, Roberto Carlos signed a 2-year contract, with 1 year optional, with the Turkish Super League champions Fenerbahce. He was presented at club's home ground, the Şükrü Saracoğlu Stadium, in front of thousands of fans. In the first official match he played with the team, Fenerbahce won the Turkish Super Cup against Beşiktaş by a score of 2-1. During a league match against Sivasspor, he scored his first goal for Fenerbahce on 25 August 2007 from a diving header, which was only the third-headed goal of his career. He was injured during the final period of the same season and missed the title race between Fenerbahce and rivals Galatasaray. His team eventually lost the title to their rivals, while guaranteeing a place for themselves in Champions League knockouts for the next season. He announced that he was unhappy about the final result and would do his best to carry the domestic trophy back to the Şükrü Saracoğlu Stadium. On 7 October 2009, Roberto Carlos announced that he would leave Fenerbahce when his contract expired in December 2009. He offered to return to Real Madrid and play for free, though he also said return to the Brazilian domestic leagues was a possibility, and announced his departure on 25 November. He made his last appearance for Fenerbahce on 17 December as a late substitute against Sheriff Tiraspol in the UEFA Europa League. After 15 years away from Brazil, Roberto Carlos returned to his country in 2010 to play for Corinthians, joining his friend and former Real Madrid teammate Ronaldo. On 4 June 2010, Roberto Carlos scored a goal against Internacional and helped Corinthians to move to the top of the Campeonato Brasileiro Série A table. Timão won the game 2-0. On 16 January 2011, Roberto Carlos scored an impressive goal directly from a corner kick against Portuguesa. Concerned with his safety after being threatened by fans after the Copa Libertadores da America defeat to Colombian club Tolima, Roberto Carlos requested his release by the club, which was promptly facilitated by Corinthians. Roberto Carlos amassed 125 caps, scoring 11 goals for the Brazilian national team. He represented Brazil at 3 FIFA World Cups, 4 Copa America tournaments, the 1997 FIFA Confederations Cup, and the 1996 Olympic Games. He is especially famous for a bending 40-yard free kick against France in the inaugural match of Tournoi de France 1997 on 3 June 1997. The ball curled so much that the ball boy 10 yards to the right ducked instinctively, thinking that the ball would hit him. Instead, it curled back on target, much to the surprise of goalkeeper Fabien Barthez, who just stood in place. This particular attempt has been considered to be the greatest free kick of all time. In 2010, a team of French scientists produced a paper explaining the trajectory of the ball. At the 1998 World Cup, he played 7 matches, including the final loss to France. After a qualifying game for the 2002 World Cup, which was held in South Korea, Japan, Paraguay goalkeeper José Luis Chilavert spat on Roberto Carlos, an action which caused FIFA to give Chilavert a 3-match suspension and forced him to watch the first game of the World Cup from the stands. Roberto Carlos played 6 matches in the finals, scoring a goal from a free kick against China, and was a starter in the final against Germany, with Brazil winning 2-0. After the tournament, he was also included in the World Cup All-Star team. Roberto Carlos later referred to the 2002 World Cup winning team as a band of brothers together, and mentioned that the squad had a WhatsApp group and still talked regularly. Roberto Carlos's next international tournament was the 2006 World Cup. In July 2006, after Brazil's 1-0 defeat to France in the quarterfinals, he announced his retirement from the national team, saying, "I've stopped with the national team. It was my last game." He said he no longer wanted to play for Brazil because of the criticism he faced from fans and Brazilian media for his failure to mark goalscorer Thierry Henry on France's winning goal. Upon signing with Corinthians in January 2010, Roberto Carlos told TV Globo that he hoped to play at the 2010 World Cup and believed his return to Brazilian football may help him return to the national team, as manager Dunga had yet to settle on a left back. However, he was left off the 30-man provisional squad that was submitted to FIFA on 11 May 2010, along with Ronaldinho and Ronaldo. Despite his deep desire to do so, Roberto Carlos was ultimately not named in Dunga's final squad of 23 for the Brazilian squad for the World Cup. Instead, Brazil newcomer Michel Bastos earned a spot for the left-back position. Roberto Carlos was nicknamed El Hombre Bala, the Bullet Man, throughout his career due to his powerful bending shots and free kicks, which have been measured at over 105 miles per hour and for which he became renowned. A set-piece specialist, he is regarded as one of the foremost free kick takers of his generation and was known for being capable of striking the ball powerfully, in particular from long range, and of producing curling shots with the outside of his left boot in dead ball situations. A talented and consistent player with good dribbling skills at speed, as well as precise passing and crossing ability, he also possessed significant strength and excellent physical qualities, which along with his pace, work rate, and energy, allowed him to cover the left flank effectively and assist at both ends of the pitch. While he earned a reputation as a hard tackler, he was also known for being a clean player throughout his career. In addition to his stamina, running speed, technical skills, and crossing ability, he was also known for his long throw-ins, as well as his strong 24-inch thighs, despite his small stature, which allowed him to accelerate quickly and strike the ball powerfully. As Roberto Carlos bid farewell to his illustrious playing career, he seamlessly transitioned into a new role as a mentor and coach, eager to share his wealth of knowledge and experience with the next generation of footballing talents. His dedication to the sport and unwavering commitment to excellence continued to inspire aspiring footballers worldwide, serving as a guiding light for those who dared to dream of emulating his success. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. And remember, no matter where you come from, you can achieve greatness, just like Roberto Carlos did.